Yes, thank you, everyone. So we are on to B flat major scale today. We'll be considering the construction of B flat major scale, which will include the key signature as well. Yes, I want to believe that we have all submitted our assignments, and I'll be going through it and I'll give us feedback. Then the one I have with me, which is from Yuma, I have sent I've sent what I marked. I don't know whether you've seen it.
No, I've not checked. I've been very busy. Sorry.
Oh, all right. So if
Mm.
you check on the phone like I did and you could not see some notes that I put there, just try and check on the system. Those notes are very helpful.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. So today we'll be dealing with how the major scales are built, which we've considered before. So we may not need to go through this, but just something here. As we said, it's time over time that any scale, major scale particularly, not minor now, but major, they are built on tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. So knowing that, it will actually help us. We have already considered F major in ABRSM grade 1. And now we want to focus this evening on the B flat major scale. Now in this grade 2, we'll be talking about 3 new major scale which we need to know. And we have considered one of it last week, which is the A major. You see the way I put it? A major, B flat major, E flat major. But today now we'll be considering the B flat major. So in the construction of the B flat major, we should always remember our tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. And so by the time we bring that out, starting from B, ending on A, we said it that in grade 1, we must not repeat any of those alphabets. But if we are going to complete it, as we usually sing, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Now you have the lower do and the upper do. And that is the reason why we are having the B flat in red, then the other B flat in red. But now, if we look at some piece, we may not have it indicated, but normally the second B is supposed to carry something like an apostrophe, telling us that it is an higher B. Is that clear to us?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So now that is how this scale of B flat is being formed. Then we have it B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, and then finally B flat. Now, if we observe it very well, we discover that we have 2 major notes that are flattened here. And that is the B flat itself and the E flat. Is that clear to us?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So now let's move as fast as we can go. Then here we can see we want to talk about the B flat major in both scales. I mean both clef. We have with signature, sorry. We have the B flat major. Let's talk about the treble clef first. Then we'll go to the bass clef. Now, this is how it's going to be when we represent it. Can you see my cursor?
Yes.
Very good. So as we said the other time, B flat C, D, E flat, F, G, A, and B flat. You can see where the notes start from. Anytime we are starting a note, once you start on the line, it must end in the space. Once you start in the space, it must end on the line. Is that clear to us?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Mm.
So now that's how we formed it on the treble clef. But please, I want us to note where these flats are. Have we all gone through the the sharp analysis I gave to us the other time? All odds are up, all evens are down. Is that clear to us? No. All right. Since the class is online, I think we can assess it again. I have gone through the class myself. So let's go through it one more time or two more times. Then it will be more clearer than when we had it the first time in the class. We need to understand the positioning because I've seen the exercises they gave us in the workbook, and they want us to actually know the positioning of the sharps and the flats. For us to be able to understand where the flat is going to be, that is the reason why we talked about the sharp the last class. And the sharp is the opposite of the flat. I don't know whether you get that now. Let me repeat what I said earlier on. Now, I gave us the arrangement of how it is going to be. Don't just forget. Okay, maybe when we finish the class, I can remember again because I don't have it here now. But you just draw like a kind of slant line. Then you take it up again. So now, you now have a how do I call it now? Like you want to write capital letter A. Can you see this A?
Yes, sir.
Very
Yes.
good. Now just turn it upside down. It will give us a V shape. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Just have like two V shapes connected together. So please just put that down where you are. Two V shapes connected together. It forms a W, isn't that?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now you write 1 on top, and then you come downward, you write 2. Then you go upward again, you write 3. You come downward again and you write 4. You go upward again and you write 5. So if we have more than 5 sharps, we can add another V shape again to join it. Is that clear now?
No.
Yes.
It's not clear. Now, please draw a
Oh.
V shape and connect it together. It will now form
Yeah.
a W for you.
Mm-hmm.
Capital W, very well. Good.
Mm-hmm.
So now we now write 1 on the top of the edge of the first V.
Okay.
Then we go down to the
Mm-hmm.
node of the V. That is the bottom of the V. We write 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then we go up again to where the first V's and the second V's and is connecting, making the center of the W.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We write 3 on top.
Okay.
We come down again, we write 4.
In the middle.
Yes.
Okay.
Then we go up now finally and we write 5.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now, if we have 1 sharp, that will be key what? Somebody help me.
Is it one flat you mean?
No. We are talking about sharp now. I want us to understand the basis of the
Okay.
sharp. Then we now transfer. It is the opposite when we talk about the flat. So I want us to understand this sharp first.
To be G. G
Good.
major.
Thank you. G major has only 1 sharp, isn't it? And so if you want to put that sharp up, that sharp that if you want to put that sharp now, that sharp is going to be up. And
Okay.
now the one that has two sharp is what?
D.
D. Very good. D major. Do we understand? And now
Yeah.
that second one will come down.
Mm.
Good. Now let's locate where it is going to be exactly. You know, now we have not talked about where it's going to be exactly from number one and from number two. Now we said G major has only one sharp, right?
Yes.
Good. Which note of all the notes is the one carrying the sharp?
For G major is F.
F. Now we are going to go downward and please let's just assume, I don't want to start looking for the last class again here. Let's just assume that we are dealing with G major here. You understand? Can you follow me?
Yes.
Good. So it's an assumption that we are dealing with G major here. Now this line start from where now? Normally and naturally. What's the name of this line?
E.
E. Then the next one is going to be what?
G.
G. Very good. Now, this G start from here. Then let's go ahead and complete the octave. So now we are going to have E, G, B. Is that not so?
Mm-hmm.
Then what's going to be the next one?
D.
D. Yes. Then what's going to be the next one?
F.
F. So now that our first sharp will be on the line 5. Do we understand?
Yes.
I want us to get it well, please. We might don't worry, we will finish this class as early as possible so that we can just, I want us to get the explanation because I can see it floated around the assignments that we have in the workbook. We need to know the correct positioning. And then please practice how to draw the clefs. This one and the bass clef too. See how it touches the line and then how it comes and stop on line 2. Don't forget the dot. Then on line 4, that's where it takes off. You understand? It touches the line 5. Now go back to the treble. See where it is starting from in the middle of the space 1. And then it curves and it touches line 3. Then it goes down again, climb over line 2, enter into space 1, sit down on line 1, and curves and go out of the stave. And then runs down again, down, back, below the stave. So it's very important that we know how to draw it and know how to position it very well. By the time you look at series of clefs, staves, you'll be able to get how to draw those ones very well. Now the positioning. Now, we have numbered it now, the line. I want you to pick your pen and draw 5 lines. And you number it from the base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it done?
Yeah.
Good. Now, our F falls on line 5.
Mm-hmm.
And that is where the first sharp is going to be. Is that clear? So if we're dealing with here now, just look at it. Have you seen my cursor now? Can we see my cursor?
Yes.
Good. If this treble stave is dealing with G major scale, then our sharp is going to sit down on this line 5. Can you see where my cursor is?
Yeah.
That's where that one will sit because what we are dealing with has only one sharp. Now go back to the W that you drew there. Number 2 is down, isn't that?
Yes, sir. Faith, can you off that thing?
Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, we want to come to D major now. D major has 2 sharp, right?
Yes, sir.
And now the first one is F. Somebody tell me the second one.
C.
C. God bless you. Now, we have put 1 on line 5. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
Good. I want you to number it so that it can be fast. Go down to number 1 and write E. Every. Number 2, G. Good. Number 3, B. We are talking about the lines now. And then number 4 is what?
D.
D. God bless you. Why number 5 is F. So, when we were dealing with G major the other time, the positioning of our sharp is going to sit on line 5. Is that not so?
Yes.
Now, where are we going to find C?
Face. The third space.
Good. On the third space. That is where our C is. Is that not so?
Yeah.
And now that is where our sharp, our second sharp, is going to be. It's not going to sit on the line 4. It's not going to sit on the line 3. But, just like all of the body is inside space 3. If it's possible the hand may shoot out and rest on the lines, but majorly it is belonging to that space 3. Is that clear to us?
Yes, sir.
Are we sure it's clear to us? Naomi, you are not talking. I've not heard your voice since today.
Yes, it's clear.
All right, very good. Now, somebody tell me we are dealing with, let's deal with A major now. A major, mind you, it's not A sharp major, it's A major. All right. Now that we have 3 sharps, right? Hello, somebody.
Okay, it's G.
Good. So now the first one will be F. The second one will be C. Somebody tell me the third one now.
Is it not G?
Very good. G. Are we following, please, everyone?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, sir.
You just unmute your mic, okay? We are not many, so let's just contribute together so that we can make it more lively and more faster. Now, we are targeting F, C, and G. We have already dropped 1 on the line 5, which is F, and that is number 1. That's where the first sharp will be. The second sharp, we have already dropped it in space 3. That's where C is. Now, we are looking for where G is. That's where we are going to drop the other one. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now somebody will say we are going to line 2. We are not going to line 2. Go back to that W that you have drawn. Where is the positioning of number 3, the third sharp? Is it down?
No.
It's up.
It's good. So, if we have it, the first one up, the next one down, the next one down, no, it wouldn't be correct. Now it is going up again. And now where are we going to locate G up there?
The space above F.
The space above F. So that is where that other sharp is going to be. Is it clear to us?
Yes, sir.
Very good. I want everybody to answer. Is it clear to us?
Yes.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I've taken time to explain that now. Now that you have understood the positioning of sharp now, for flat is going to be opposite of it.
Mhm.
So now we will draw another W again. Is it drawn?
Mm,
Good. We put all the odds up for sharp. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now we want to put all the odds down. So we have 1, and then
Even.
2, we go up. Is that not so?
Sorry. I thought it was all the even that is down.
The for the sharp, the evens are down. The odds
Okay.
are up.
Okay.
Now, when we come to flat, it is the opposite.
Oh, okay.
So the even will be up, and the odd will be down.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So number 1 down, number 2 up, number 3 is going to be where now?
So
Down.
is it gonna? Okay. Somebody wants to talk. I think somebody wanted to talk, isn't it?
Yes, somebody talk, please.
I
Is
was
it
just
gonna?
saying it was down.
Yes. Okay, now look at the position of the B flat anyway. The first one has what's it called? The first one that's going to be on F major scale. Do we understand? F major scale has one flat,
Mm-hmm.
and that flat is where?
It's on B.
Good. F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F. It's on B. Very good. So now we are going to locate where, you know, we will draw our five lines again. Let's draw our 5 lines again. And then we start numbering them like that to know where it actually is going to land. So now we are dealing with F major scale, right? F inside the space. Is that not so?
Mm-hmm.
G on the line. Are we correct?
Mm-hmm.
A in the space. B on the line. C in the space. D on the line. E in the space. And F on the line. Did we get that?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes,
So now,
sir.
because we are dealing with F major now, our flat is going to be on the 3rd line. Is that not so?
Mm-hmm.
So that is the one that have one flat.
Mm-hmm.
So now we are going to the one that has 2 flats, which is the B flat that we are talking about today now.
Mm-hmm.
Then the number 2 is going up, not down like the other one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Okay.
So now, what are the notes that are being flattened there? We flatten B flat. Is that
And
not
E.
so? And
Mm.
E. Is that not
Mm.
so? Good.
Yes, sir.
Where do we locate the E?
Yes, the last E before
Is
F.
is on the 4th space. Is that not so?
Yes.
And that is where the flat is going to be. So you know that when we are talking, and that is what we are seeing on the screen now, the first one is on the 3rd line. The second one is on the 4th space. Is that clear, please?
Mm-hmm.
If we want to talk about E flat that we'll be talking about next week, it is going to come down again. It won't go up again now, because
Mm-hmm.
that's number 3.
Mm-hmm.
So don't worry. Let's keep that in that times. Don't let's waste all our time here. So do we now understand how to place it now?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, in placing the base, what we have to do is just that the first line that you are seeing here, including the space, just rub it off as if it is not existing. Is that clear to somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Do you get it, Emanuela?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now, you just carry the same thing you have there after you have wiped up the line and the space and just put it in the same way for base, and that is it. So the same pattern for treble and bass after you have wiped off the line and space. Now the same pattern, the opposite pattern when you are dealing with what is it called? You are dealing with flat. So just position your mind very well. You understand the way it is being positioned for sharp. It is the opposite for flat. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Very, very good. Now, even if you look at the circle of the circle of fifth, on your right hand, you have the sharp. On the left hand, you have the flat. And so that is how, you know, they are opposite now. Is that clear to somebody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, very quickly. So now let's move forward. Now, this is the ascending and descending. We have made it clear. So this one, we don't need to waste much time on this. This is just about do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. I think that's clear.
Yes.
Good. Now, when we come to the keyboard, how do we go about it on the keyboard? That's what we have in red. We don't need to start talking about the blue one. We know where B is starting from. B is just before C. And this is C. You understand? This is C. And so this is B. And now this is B flat. Did you see where I put it?
Yes, sir.
Very good. And so that's why we have it here like this. B flat is this black one. Then we have C. Then we have D. And then we have E flat. We have, after this E flat, then we have F. Do we get it now?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have G and we have A. Then we go to B flat. Now, please don't forget, this thing is in the middle. You understand? It's in the middle. And, you know, between this B flat and this C is a distance of this white note that we are looking at here.
Okay.
So from this B flat to this white note is a semitone. And from this white note to this C that we are looking at is another semitone. And that is the reason why we have the distance between the B flat and the C to be a tone, a whole note. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Okay.
And so please, that is how we follow for each other if you look at it very well. If we have any confusion, as soon as we finish the class, we will be able to talk about it. Are we following?
Yes, sir.
I think okay, yes, we've done B flat the other time. Just the positioning now. You can see where it is. The very first one that has only one flat has it on the third line. Why? Because that is where our B flat is. That is the one that carries the flat. Is it clear, please?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So I think this one now has brought us to the end of the class. Please, I want to welcome question for the remaining time. We still have up to about 20 something minutes. So can we just have some questions that bothers us a little bit?
My question is, you were explaining the positioning on for the flats
Yes.
on the W. So you said
Okay.
it's opposite of the the
Yeah.
shafts.
Yes. Let's base it on a V first, you know, so that we can just talk about 1, 2, 3. After we have gotten it, then we bring another V to join it, and you know, we keep joining like that.
Okay.
For the sharp, you know, we said the odds are up and the evens are down. Is that clear? It's not yet clear.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
clear.
Let me explain very well more, since we still have a little bit of time. You know, if you draw only one V,
Mm-hmm.
it will give us about 3 sharps. Now, number 1 will be up. The second sharp, that will be G major. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
Good. It will have its own sharp to be down. Then the third one, which was A flat that we considered last week, we have its own to be up. You know, because we are dealing with three sharps in that place. Did we get that one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. So after we have done this analysis now, we now look at those notes that carry the sharps. That is exactly where we are going to place them. Don't worry, you are almost growing out of the mathematical aspects that makes music tough. You're already climbing that height. Once you are able to do, you can count your beats without making mistake. You can look at your measures and calculate, is it complete, is it incomplete? Okay, I'm starting up. Okay, I lose 2 beats here. Then the 2 beats must end it after the music ends, or after the stanza ends. If it's also chorus that we are dealing with, we are coming in with incomplete beats. Then when we are ending the chorus, it's going to be completed. We will count whatever we have left to make that first one complete. I hope our teacher must have explained that to us.
Yes, they've done.
Good. So by the time you will do all of those ones, you have touched those aspects that are difficult. The remaining aspects, they are not difficult, honestly speaking. You know how to calculate your 1/4 plus your 1/8 or 1/16 and all of that and all of that. You have conquered the hard part of it. Yes. So please just note the formula when you want to position your sharp. Just write a V, then put 1 on top, come down where it is the center of the V, put 2 there, go to the other hand of the V and put 3 there. And so you just quickly inscribe a small sharp there, 1 sharp. When you come down, 2 sharp. When you go to the other hand, 3 sharps. Now, you know that when you are talking about the 1 sharp, you are dealing with G, key G. And when you are talking about the 2 sharps, you are talking about key D. Now, when you are talking about the 3 sharps, you are talking about key A. Knowing that now, then we draw our 5 lines and 4 spaces. Then we now number it. E, G, B, D, and F. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, after you have drawn that out, then you want to look at that key G that is carrying 1 sharp. Which of those notes there is the one that has that sharp? And that one is the key F. Then it says it is going to be up. Then you go up. And where are you going to find that F? On the top, it is the 5th line. Then you put your sharp on that 5th line. Now, if you are dealing with key D, we are going to need 2 sharps. We have already had 1 on the 5th line, which is F. Then we already know that when we are dealing with key D now, we need F, that's F sharp, and we need C, which will be the second one. The F and the C, they are going to carry the sharp. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, we now locate where we are going to get C down. And that C that will be down is going to be on, where is it going to be now? The location itself. Where is it going to be now? You know, we are dealing with D. And, you know, this is E. This is E. Before our E, we are going to touch what? Our D. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now, this D is going to be where now? Every good boy deserves D. This is where it's going to be. Can you see where my cursor is?
Yes.
Don't be confused about the note. Whatever note is written, don't worry about that note. The recalculation is your every good boy deserves favor. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now for you to locate where your C is going to be, You have to know that every good boy deserves favor. Every good boy deserves. Your C will be in the middle ear. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
And that is where the second sharp will be. Now, where will the third sharp be? The third sharp is going up. And that third sharp is going to be F, C, and G. Is that not so? Is that not so?
Yes.
Aha. So that is how you are going to position it. It's going to come outside of that line 5 now, because that is where we can locate our A. Now, the F is on this 5th line. Is that not so? That's where
Yes,
we
sir.
locate the first one. Now, after F, we have what?
G.
We have G. And that is exactly where it is going to be. Don't mind, some of the legs of that sharp may enter on that line 5, but the major body of it is outside the line, just like as if you are having another imaginary line outside the 5 lines and 4 spaces. Are you getting it?
Yeah. Yes,
If,
sir.
if you have the imaginary line outside of it, then that G that we are talking about will be in the middle. That will now be that G is located on the imaginary space. And that space is immediately after the F. Can somebody get that?
Yes, sir.
Very good. So that's how to locate where you will position the what's it called now? The sharp for A sharp. Now, if it has 4, that will now give us what now?
G.
You said?
E.
E. Very good.
G.
No.
Is it not for sharp? You
Yes, for
mean?
sharp, for sharp.
Is it not D?
No. Let me now. Okay, let me quickly say it again. I don't know whether you will be able to write it down somewhere, but you know it's outside this class anyway. When you are talking about sharp, we give it the mnemonics of 1 for G. We say, let me drop it here so that I won't make mistake. Go down by sorry.
Go down, enter by.
Yes, go down and
Enter by faith.
enter by faith. God bless you. By faith. Yes, so this is how we locate them. So 1 of the sharp will be G. Then the second one will be what? Will be D. Then the third one will be A. Is that not so? 3 sharps. And then 4 sharps will be E. Do we understand now? We didn't get it. Okay, please, somebody give me that.
Yeah, it's E, but I thought it's D that will be sharpened when it is E.
No. When we first of all get the numbers of the sharp, then we now come back to the name of the lines. Do we get it now?
Okay.
After we have gotten the number, if we are dealing with 4 sharp now, we know that we are dealing with E.
Yeah, it's E.
E sharp major. Is that not so?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we are dealing with E now. Are you following me now?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Good. Then we now go back to our lines and spaces. The names are a little bit different so that we don't mix them up. The name for those ones is every good boy deserves favor. Do you remember that one?
Yes, sir.
Good. That is the name for the lines. And the names for the sharp, they are the one we just mentioned. Go down and all of that like that. Do you get it now? So now, you know that you are dealing with E flat. We will need to write them out. E, F, G, B. Sorry. E, F, G, A. Is that not so? B, C, D, E.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Good. Because I don't want to waste our time, so I'm not going to tell us to tell me those notes that are going to be sharp. Now let's go back to the first one. If we have 1 sharp, it's going to land on what? On F. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now let's write it out. Since we have ended the class, it is just time for question and answer. Write E, that is 4 sharps. Have you written that?
Mm-hmm.
Then write in front of it E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E.
Yes.
Have you written that?
Mm-hmm.
Good. We want to locate those notes that carries the sharp now. Now, the first one is going to be F. Is that not so? Now let's go back to G.
Yes.
Let's go back to G. I don't want to rush us, and I want it to be very clear to everybody. You know, when we spell out the notes for G, that's G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
And the one that carried the sharp in that place is what?
C.
No. Is it C? It's F now. Remember the first positioning of our sharp
It's F.
is F. Do we agree now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Good. Now, what's going to be the second one? Go to D
Yes.
flat. Go to D major now. D
That
major
is C.
has 2
C.
sharp. Good.
C.
It is going to be on C. Now, we are going to the third one, which is our A flat that we considered the last time.
G.
G. God bless you. And now, the next one is going to be, which one there now? Somebody tell me.
I'm thinking it's D.
Hey, it's not you. It's A.
Oh. Uh-uh.
Are you sure?
D.
Hey, I don't have G major scale here. But now,
Let
it
me
is
go
going
to
to
my.
be located with our tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. If we are dealing with key, what's that now? E flat. Sorry, E major. Then we have our tone, tone, semitone is going to be, yeah, this one. Can you see it? Oh no, see me.
Yeah, it's D.
Is D. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Because by
Because
the time,
it's the other the sharp ones on all the sharp is F C G D
okay,
A E B. Opposite is the flat, the B E A D G C F.
exactly. So please, that's how we can locate it. It's not something that is difficult. You just look at it and then just form it out. From my E now to my next note is going to be a tone. Are we getting it now?
Mm-hmm.
So when you have written it like that, your tonic software will be pure and it will be correct. So please don't let's forget those things. They are very important and they enter each other like that. Is
Okay,
it?
yeah. Yeah,
So
even with the tone, semitone. I
yes,
highlighted
that's how
the
to locate the correct keys. You understand? So now, when we are able to identify the positioning of the sharp, now it's going to be opposite for flat. And where you see 1, you will put 2 there. For sharp, for flat, sorry. For flat, you will have 2 up, 1 down, and then 3 will go up, and then 4 will come down. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So that is how it is going to be written out. Sometimes like that, it can meet each other. You understand? Due to where those notes are on the stave. So please, let's go back and practice more on that, so that, because I saw that some of those positioning we gave to it, They are not very clear, and that's just because we didn't identify the correct place where it is going to stay. Is it going to stay on the line? Is it just going to partially enter the line? That is to say, the dwelling place for the original sharp or flat is inside the space. Can you see these two flats now for this treble? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Actually, this one is on this line now, and that's the first one. Now see where the hand is spreading to. And so somebody can draw it and can be so big, it will capture the line and capture the space. Now that one is not specific.
Okay, sir.
If it enters the line a little bit, but sits basically on the space, then we know, okay, yes, this one is falling in the space. If it's sitting on the line, it can partially enter the space up and partially enter the space down. Then we know that, yes, this one is sitting on the line. But when it is not, when it's not very clear, then it will merge up the space and the line together. Then we'll not be able to identify the specific place where it belongs. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
Good, good. So please, let's check. Then one thing I saw again seems that we've not been able to identify the ones that we carry the flat, the one that we carry the sharp. Now, when we talk about F, we don't call F flat. I don't know whether we get what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
We don't call it. Okay. Now look at F. This is F. Can you see where my cursor is?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now this is F. We can have F sharp, but you see this F sharp, I wrote it in your own sister. Is there. I kept a note there. If you say F sharp, the sharps that you are going to have will be equal to 10. It's very funny, but don't let's go into that because it's outside this class. Almost all your notes there, they are sharpened. Now, when do you say a note is sharpened? If this is a note and I come up here, that is one sharp. Is that not so?
Okay.
Now, if by the time I'm coming up here,
Yes.
it's not going to make it, I have to come down here again. That's two sharps. And so that is that kind of two sharps, we have it about 2 times or almost 3 times in the F sharp. So now, when we talk about F, this is F. And it only has this one as the note that is flattened, because this is do, re, mi. This one should be fa, but it is not going to give us a pure sound based on our tone, semitone, tone, semitone. Do you understand?
Okay, sir.
Now, if we start now, this is
Yes.
do, then the next one is another half step, which is this, to another half step, which will be this. That will be re. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Then from here to here, it will be re. To here will be me. Now, this movement now has just spelled out our tone for us. Do we understand? Now we are now going to where we have the semitone. I don't know why this mouse is just jumping up and down. So we have do. A tone lands us here, re. Another tone lands us here. Oh, it's running away again. Mi. Do we get that?
Yeah.
And now the half step now, we move from mi to here, which will give us the fa. And now we are going to saw, which is a tone movement. This mouse, you are okay. So it will move from here, and not here, but here. Do we get that now?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And that's going to be our saw. And then the next one is a tone like that. La. it will not go here, but come here. You know, from here to here is a tone. And then from here to here is another tone. T. And then now we are going to our semitone now. Then this mouse. It will now come from here now and come here. And that will be our do. Do we understand?
Yes, sir.
So that is how it is for all the notes. If you don't know where it is, just locate the first note and then use your tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone to locate all of the other notes and you get them correctly.
Okay, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, and that is how you will know where those ones that carry the sharp and how you will know those ones that carry the flat. Like this one now, normally it's supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4. But it is not carrying this one. It's carrying this one. So in that place, this note particularly is flatting for us to get the right thing. Do you understand? And so that is how you will know that, okay, F is carrying only one flat. And that only one flat is going to be on what now? Somebody help me.
On B.
It's going to be on B flat. Do we understand now?
Yes, sir.
So that
Can
is
you count the last three to this one? On why as you're doing this?
I didn't get you.
Can you count the last three tone, 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 semitone? The last three tones and the semitone.
Okay.
As a continuation on the keyboard itself.
Yes, okay. You want me to continue? Where do you want me to start from? Just tell me. From
You can't 2.5 tones on the E, isn't it? You can't do re mi on the
I don't want to
you
use.
press the black key.
Okay, do we go with do we do C and F again? Or which key do you want us to deal with? Just let me know. Is this just this my mouse that is jumping up and down that I do?
Okay, do the F.
F, okay. So now this will be our do, our C.
Okay, so okay, I got why. Okay, do the F. Continues.
Okay.
You've done the first three.
Oh, okay, we've done the first three. You got this 1, 2, 3, right? Good. Now, wait. This one is the movement. Here, between this one and this one is the first tone, which is this. Then between this one and this one is the second tone. Do we get that? And now between this one and this one is the S. That's the semitone. Then between, sorry, it has jumped away again. Between this one and this one is a tone, which is this. From this to this to this is the tone. Do we get that?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, we are on C already, right? Because of this mouse that's jumping up and down. Okay, now we are going to the next tone. Are we following now? This thing, give me, where are you now? Okay, so now let me end up the sharing, sorry, so that we'll just the recording. No, so. Oh. I'm not supposed to end it all. My God. Oh. Okay, let me call it.
Maybe next time your mouse is good.
Okay. Now let me draw it. Let's draw it. Let's draw it ourselves so that it can be. But I wish that the let me bring it up back. It will be faster using that. Let me just